Hi, welcome to Scott's Inverts. I'm Scott. These are the inverts. Today we're taking a look at the African social spider. Now these spiders in the UK are really a new species for us in the UK. So if you can add any further information down in those comments, please do so. And I urge you all to go down there and check those comments out as well, just in case there's something that I've missed in this video and it's right down there. If you're new here, remember to hit that subscription button and let's go check out the African social spider. So our spider comes from South Africa and Central Africa, experiencing temperatures between the low 30s right down to 11 degrees centigrade. Arid and subtropical areas are absolutely perfect for this species to thrive. Now up on screen is one of the females, Stegodyphus dumicola, commonly known as the African social spider. This is in the same family as a velvet spider, and if you have a look now at the female, you'll certainly see some similarities. Now these will live in huge colonies. They create a central nest where the males spend majority of their time and the females tend to be outside of the nest. Now the females will look after each other's babies, and in fact there's some of the females will never actually lay egg sacs or have babies themselves, which is pretty damn incredible. Now when the females come towards the end of their life, they almost give themselves up to the newborn spiderlings to actually consume their bodily fluids. It's absolutely amazing, and it's a process that is called allomaternal. So what that means is, since they're all females, even the unmated females will look after the young until they are eventually consumed by the actual brood themselves. Really interesting species. I'm really looking forward to seeing what goes on in this enclosure as well, and keeping my fingers crossed for an all-important male. Now this is a 10 by 10 by 10 tarantula in plastic enclosure with around 1/4 inch of substrate on the bottom. They don't burrow, so we don't need to worry about it too much. Only just a moist. I mean, you can see the soil in my hands there. There is very little moisture in there, and that's about where we want to be. In fact, I am going to spray this colony, but it's only going to be very lightly, probably once every couple of weeks. Now this is the tub that they came in, and fingers crossed they're all in there. But what we'll do is just create a little habitat for them. So we've got one of these seed pods that's going to go in there just to give a little bit of cover. Maybe they'll set up that super colony in there, and one of those massive nests that they make. That would be so exciting. Just flying down the soil at the front, and we're going in with this big twig. What this twig will do is give our spiders anchor points, so when they start to create that kind of extravagant web go across the whole of this enclosure, I'm kind of hoping that that nest is either inside of that seed pod or coming down from those branches off that little twig there, which would be absolutely perfect. A little bit of soil spill. We're not building enclosures unless we spill a bit of soil, but there we go. That is as simple a setup as we possibly need for this African social spider. And trust me, these are absolutely beautiful. Really active as well. Since setting mine up, they are literally exploring the whole of the enclosure. Now these were from a mystery box from the spider shop, and it says 10 plus, but I find actually one of them's passed away in the bottom of this container, unfortunately. But they all seem to be on this lid, and what really surprised me was when I was pulling that lid off, how strong their web is. It's got to be one of the strongest webs that I've ever kind of tried to pull apart in my life. But just look at the gold and the black and the white ones. There's even that white one there with the orange. The colour variations with this species are absolutely stunning. And again, I really hope the one with the gold abdomen, I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that one is a male. And if it is, when they build that nest inside there, it'll hide in that nest. They don't live as long as the females, but it will come out and it will pair with a couple of the females and go back into that nest again. Again, when we look on the internet, when I do a load of Google searches, life expectancy, there is very little evidence out there. So I'm going to have an educated guess at around 2 to 3 years. If you know precisely what it is, again, let me know down in those comments. I would really love to hear from you guys. But trying to get these out was an absolute nightmare, so it took absolutely ages. So what I did here was just speed up the video. But look, literally just had me poking around more and more. And what was really surprising was as soon as they came off that lid and into the enclosure, they were absolutely like lightning, flying around, checking it all out and all the rest of it really, really quick. And that just shows you why you should pull the webbing back to double check. Another 2 underneath there as well. So that's a total of 9 altogether. And these ones are different again. These are like whitey cream with the orange around, looking beautiful. This is the actual end enclosure. This is what we've gone for. A lot of the twigs and the webbing in there I've added from the old enclosure, what they came with, in the hope that some of the hormones and the pheromones and stuff are all on there, and it helped them to settle into their new enclosure a lot easier. As for feeding, I'm going to be trying these guys on red runners straight out of the Utica. So as soon as they pop out of the egg sac, those little baby tiny red runners are going to go in there with these guys. They should be small enough and easy enough for these to tackle, but look how rapid they actually can be. I am so looking forward to working with this species. Expect an update video in 3 to 4 months time. Boom! So that was the African social spider. Fingers crossed we managed to find ourselves a male to go inside that colony, or indeed the one with the gold bum. I wonder if that's a male. Fingers crossed it is. Again, if you know more information than what I do, please let me know down in those comments so others can come along and gain and add to their knowledge, as well as myself also reading those comments and absorbing any information that you guys put down there. Really do appreciate all your feedback. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, we shall see you again on the next one.